The 9-axis IMU stabilization is in-app. I've been using the Wunder360 and it's been a pretty cool experience. This is my first 360 camera, so this is fairly new to me, but I have a set expectation level of quality and performance related to any camera: visual quality, audio quality, usability quality, and how does the app work. Just quickly want to go over that stuff. I did pop a 16 gig SD card in. Under the slot here is where your card goes. Usability wise, it's pretty cool because it doesn't necessarily matter how you hold on to it. Since it's a 360 camera, it only crops out about the base area. So as you're holding it, it'll crop out part of my hand, but for the most part, most of my hand would actually be in view. I used it on an RC transmitter, and on that you can see most of the transmitter. And so it has a pretty good close proximity to the device. Audio wise, I was impressed. I have not fully imported all the footage yet, but from what I've listened to so far, the audio quality straight out of the camera was good, and there was some wind, so I am impressed with that. Ease of use, also very good. Easy to turn on, easy to switch modes. It's nice that it has that little screen on it. I also appreciate that it keeps Wi-Fi off until you're ready to use it. That really helps with battery life. It also remembers the last setting you were in. So the last setting that I had was in high frame rate, so it's got the little H on there, as well as it's got Wi-Fi off and remaining time left on the SD card for footage. When you swap through the modes, there's the pictures, timer, video looping, time lapse, 60 frames a second high, video normal 33K, and then photo is 4K. So photo is 4K, continuous shooting I didn't try, time remote I didn't try, video looping I did not try, time lapse I didn't try. That would be cool, a 360 time lapse. That's what I mean. There's a lot of stuff built into this that I could try that I'm just going to show you what I've tried so far, which is mostly comparing standard video 3K 30 versus 1080p 60 or 21 or 2K 60, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to put it back into high mode. And when you're ready to go, you just hit record once. And now it's recording. There is a slight delay. It's about a 1 second delay. So just wait until you can see it start counting, and now you know you are recording. In my experience, it does not seem to care what orientation you turn it on from. On the camera itself, it does matter, but it's in software is where it actually does the auto horizon adjust. Something I have learned about this device is that a lot of the features that it does are all because of the app. So you do have to use their Wunder360 application. I've tried it for both iOS and for Android. Now I have encountered some bugs with it, bugs that I've actually been in contact with the developer about, and they have been fixed. I did run into an issue with iOS where when you pair your camera to the device, it will come up with all of the clips on the device. Now, the software would let you download multiples at once. As soon as I tried to download more than one at a time, it crashed the app, and it crashed the app so hard that it would not work again. They have since patched the app. That's been fixed. One other thing I have learned about the Wunder360 is that when you're in your 360 mode, there's gyro, which now it actually works like, now I'm controlling the 360 by moving the camera. That's super cool. You can turn that off and then you can just swipe by your finger. But here's an example. This is just a quick little 20-second clip of me chasing the cat around with the 360 camera. And this was at 60 frames a second after I had done the firmware patch. So let me just turn this off. Now, something interesting is that the 9-axis, oh, and there's the crop point I was talking about. So that's how much of a crop point there is where I'm holding it. So I can see most of my hand, but the device itself has disappeared. So it just crops basically around the device. If I look at my hand closely, where the stitch point is, that's one of the coolest things about the Wunder360 is that it stitches automatically, and then it has 60 frames a second recording. The 9-axis IMU stabilization is in-app. It is not in camera. So when you record in the camera, it is still shaky. If you just take the footage straight into the camera and into something, although since it's a 360 cam, you really can't do that easily. You do have to use an app that can do a 360 view and has the special sauce so you can do this stuff. Down here, stabilization. If I turn off stabilization and watch it, This is how the app works. So you can see the shake. That's really what the camera records, and then all of the magic of the stabilization happens in the app. So if you take the footage out and move it into something that's not Wunder360, you see the shake. Why am I talking about this? Because there was a bug that I encountered in Android where when you export the 360 footage out of the Android app, it was not being stabilized. I have contacted the developer about that. They are trying to fix it. So I'm using Android version 2.0.7.15, and this one, if you import a 360 video and you export it, so I had a 2-minute clip here and you load it up, and then you hit the 3 little dots at the top and you want to say export file, then that's how you can export a file, and it just starts going on its way. I don't want to do that now. So I've been shooting mostly at 60 frames a second because I shoot action, and I'm having a hard time keeping up. That's why I like the gyro assistance. Let me get it back in the gyro mode. And then in gyro mode, oh, we lost our horizon. Where did that happen? Oh, hold on a second. I think we got another bug going on, because I seem to have lost auto horizon. Okay, I turn gyro off. I've got a horizon. I turned yeah, that was a bug. See, the software's a little buggy, and it lost the automatic horizon. So a lot of the features of this device are all related to the app, and if the app fails, then you get some weird bugs. But I am, giving them the benefit of the doubt that they are going to fix a lot of that stuff, because they've been very vocal of agreeing that, yes, you found a problem, we're going to fix it. And over time, it should just continue to get better and better. One other thing that I want to talk about is that you can share the videos in 360 directly out. So if you hit the little share button up at the top, then these are the places that you can share it out to: Facebook, YouTube, and a bunch of others if you sign up. Overall, the app did do what I needed it to do. I like some of the design decisions that they made with the app, and there is a really cool area in the app where you can basically become your own director. I'm using the term director mode. So here's a 2-minute and 57-second clip. When you're in 360 mode, if you click on this running man, that takes you into a traditional 16:9 editing mode. You can turn your 360 video into a normal video, normal 16:9, and you can control what you're seeing. So if I want to track this person, I can press and hold, and it gives me the option of I can look at this point or I can follow this. If I hit follow this, it tries to do AI tracking to keep that object in frame all the time. It works okay sometimes. It's actually doing it right now. It is tracking his hand as I'm moving around. And then if I export that video, that would be what it shows. Because one of the annoying things about 360 videos, in my opinion, is that you never know where to look. You don't necessarily know where the action is. Something really cool could be happening behind you and you're missing it. That to me is the Achilles heel of 360 video. I am going to upload a 360 video raw to show you, but then I'm also going to do one of those director mode. I try and keep the action in frame. So that is where this could be really cool, in that you can just have it running and you're not worrying about where to point it because everything is being captured. And then after the fact, you can go in and use that part of the app and make your own movie where you're choosing what scenes to show, and you can cut it and edit it and keep the action in frame. That's really cool. But there is one thing that I will say about how it works right now, is that you can only do 2 ways of tracking. You can, as I showed, you can do the follow this, or you can do the AI tracking. If you do the look here, it's a little bit jerky. What I want this to be able to do is, in this director mode where I can choose it, I want to have gyro control in this, where then I can just watch the video and I can be moving my phone around the whole time, keeping the action in frame, and it will be nice and smooth. That will be super cool, and I have expressed that to them, and they said that they are working on a feature like that. This is kind of an early company. This is their first product. the app and the features are just going to continue to get better. Before this gets too long, I just want to say that I do think this is really good and I do recommend it. I'll put links in the description where you can go buy it. It's only 150 bucks and there's a discount code where you can get a discount on it. It runs 3K 30, nice, high quality, high resolution at a standard frame rate, or you can run 60 frames a second for action. I would say it's well worth the money for a 360 camera. You know, other ones that are comparable in features to this cost $300 or $400. Even Samsung itself does not do auto stitch and does not do 60 frames a second in 360 view. If you're interested in checking it out, go take a look. Links are in the description where you can get one. Enjoy making 360 videos or recording 360 and then turning it into a edited 16:9 video. I'm impressed. More will come out about it later in the future as I try more features and functions, and I'll keep you updated on app updates and feature updates. All right, thanks for watching. If this was helpful to you, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you wanted to see something that I didn't show, leave a comment below. And as always, thanks for watching.